Hey everyone, so this is a quick video on how to install a Blink camera mount into a Gabled box that also is a side opening. And the reason I'm doing a separate tutorial because I have another one for like a basic, like where the front opens up box, but with the side opening it's just a little bit harder to maneuver because you're kind of coming in from the side and trying to get into the roof there. So I thought I would do a separate tutorial, and the nice thing about this is, again, it's a Gabled one, so if you do have a Gabled nest box, this also kind of provides some instruction on how to do that. So just for tools, you'll need your nest box. You will need your Blink app ready. You will need your Blink mount that came with it, and hopefully it's a mount like this. By the way, you can also get these on Amazon too. You can get 3 packs, and the reason this is convenient is because say you only have one Blink camera but a couple nest boxes and maybe some are active and some aren't. As long as you've got the mounts in here, it's easy to just, it's easy to snap the camera onto each of the mounts, so you can swap the cameras out and everything like that, which is really convenient. So you'll need that, your Blink camera. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not. I always use an awl, and then I have a interchangeable screwdriver, and this is very handy for a situation like this where the screws that are actually in the nest box here are square. I think it's a Robertson screwdriver, so they're square heads. So the reason the interchangeable is so convenient is because it's just one tool, so I can swap it out for what I need when I come to like mount this, which is, you know, a Phillips. So the other thing is this will be a million times easier if you have a drill, but I don't have one handy at the moment. I have one, but just not handy. So we're going to do this with a screwdriver and an awl, and the purpose of the awl is just to get the hole started, and then we can go in a lot easier that way. So the way to do this, in my other video I talked about how you want to clip your camera onto the mount and then kind of position the camera inside the box, and you would use the live view. So there's a button here, and it has like a little video button, and so you would click that on your app to do the live view, and then as you're positioning your camera and everything, you'd be able to kind of see where exactly you want that. But ultimately, for a nest box like this, you're really just going to want to make sure that it's in the back area so you get a picture. And then the nice thing is with the mount, it toggles, so it moves a little bit, it toggles around, so you can position it once it's mounted the way you need it. So with that, the first step is to unscrew the lid. We're not even going to try and go in like this, it's just going to be way too hard. So instead we're just going to take the lid off. It's not very hard to do, so here we go. So just to point out, I've got the square head. This is a SQ2 size, and that's the one that fits these screws here. So. Okay, so now that your lid is off, the next thing we're going to do is position our mount. And I already do have the holes in here. I already have the mount in here, but I'm still going to demonstrate how I would do this. So I have my awl ready and I have my mount ready. With the mount, there's 2 screw holes. So that's what we're going to do. And with a Gabled box, you want to straddle the roof, so straddle that angle there and hit both panels. If this was a regular nest box, which again I have that other video and I'll link it below, but if it was a regular nest box, you would just put it on the top roof in the back corner. With this, the nice thing is I can see where the screws for the lid, so I kind of know where my perimeter is. So I have to be within this perimeter when I'm doing this. So, you know, you are kind of going at this blind, but the other thing that you want to make sure is that your camera is in the perimeter. So I will show you. fireworks. So one of the reasons why we chose to be right here with the positioning is just to make sure that our camera is within that perimeter. And so it is, because I've got these screw holes here, so I can see that, you know, and then when I toggle it and everything, that helps. So I'll unsnap that. And then what you would do is you would position it, and you're gonna take your awl and you're just gonna drive it really good and get a really good starter hole going, and you'll do that on both sides. Sorry for the fireworks. And you would do that. I will say that for a basic wooden nest box, this is going to be really easy to do, and if you don't have a drill, that's not going to be a huge problem. But for a plastic one of these recycled birds joists, plastic ones, this is a lot harder to drive a screw in with just a screwdriver. It can be done, but it is absolutely frustrating to do. So be patient if you have to go that route. And again, if you have a wooden one, easy. Okay, so once it is all situated, I can go ahead and mount the camera back onto it, and again, it's super easy. It just snaps right on, and you'll hear it click, and then you can position it. This is a Blink camera, and these cameras are so great for nest box monitoring. They're really small and easy to install, as you can see here, and then, you know, they're motion activated and everything. So I will have a link below for this camera. I highly recommend it, and sometimes Amazon has it on sale. So it's just been wonderful, and believe me, if you start really getting into birding, you will get addicted to these cameras. So the next thing is just to get the lid back on. So that was super easy. All you have to do is pop the lid off and basically mount your Blink mount, and then you're all set. So the last thing we would want to do is we're going to check in here and just make sure that it's positioned by using the live view. So I'm going to go into my app, I'm going to hit that live view button, and actually if you can see it, it's not too bad, but I'm going to do a little bit more positioning here. I think that's pretty good right there. So as you can see, I see the whole ground and a little bit of the side too. So I think we're all set.